the chosen one. This is a divine warning to you. Do not disregard it. This is not just a message. It's a wonderful interruption. It's a spiritual siren ringing through the halls of your existence, summoning you to attention. Something is changing. Something is happening in the unseen. This is not a time to be taken lightly. Heaven is vigilant. The spiritual world is active. And your name was mentioned. You were called not for destruction, but for heavenly protection. But make no mistake, this is a heavenly warning. And warnings are issued only when the stakes are great. This message represents an exciting turning point. Watch this video till the finish, since it has a frequency that will awaken your spiritual senses and activate your divine discernment in the comments. Write your heartfelt wishes in 777 to send strong intentions into the cosmos. This tiny action, along with trust, generates energy waves that magnify your benefits and convey heavenly instructions upward and forth. Now, choose one like this video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and listen carefully. This message has reached you because something or someone has been secretly working against you. A delay was organized, and a strategy was developed behind closed doors. A shadow attempted to block your light, but since you were selected, the heavenly world will never let you wander blindly into peril. You're being notified before the trap is activated. What they intended was to do damage. Heaven is ready to reverse, but only if you treat this message with seriousness and spiritual urgency. Do not disregard how you feel recently. That unpleasant feeling in your chest, that random anxiousness that seems to float across your mind, that spiritual friction. These are not just human feelings. Your divine intuition sends forth signs, cautions, and messages. Something is wrong, and your soul knows it. Before your mind can comprehend it, you are being protected from an invisible treachery, from a hasty action by entering a space that seems secure but is rife with sabotage. You must now develop great sensitivity to your surroundings. Pay close attention to every nudge, dream, and quiet when you are selected. Divine messages may not often arrive with loud pronouncements. They often occur as whispers, gut emotions, or in calm times. When you sense the impulse to withdraw, say no or wait a little longer. The instincts are divine. Honor them. Heaven is telling you right now that the next step you take will decide whether you walk into promotion or a pit. This is not the moment for passive movement. Every choice should be made with prayer, clarity, and alignment. You are walking a spiritual tightrope between what has been attempting to harm you and what has been designed to raise you. Here's the brutal reality. Not everyone you know can be trusted. Not all opportunities are genuinely divine. God did not open every single open door. Some were open to trap you, expose you, or derail your destiny. That is why the warning is so critical. You've gone too far to be irresponsible now. You've been through too much to risk losing. Concentrate now. The opponent has been tracking your development, breakthroughs, and resilience. And now they're attempting to enter not via force, but with subtlety. Through distraction, temptation, and what seems to be a benefit, but is not. You're being warned because someone overestimated your ability to detect deception disguised as light. Right now, heaven is redirecting you. The recent delay you experienced was not due to denial. It was divine preservation. That was a missed call. That abrupt cancellation, that unusual stillness. It was not arbitrary. You were protected in real time. The divine realm moved things, halted them, and protected you without your consent. That's how bad the situation is. Something nasty lay ahead. However, God halted the program to redirect your course. You have been hoping for something, and it is about to happen. However, this caution is intended to ensure that you do not ruin it out of desperation. The divine realm want to benefit you, but first, your foundation must be preserved. You cannot pour grandeur into a broken vessel. You can't start a new season while still entertaining all diversions. You cannot sit at the table of destiny with those who have poison in their wallets. This is your warning. Clean your surroundings, double-check your alignments, and review your borders since elevation is approaching, and with it, exposure. You are about to be hoisted. When it occurs, whatever is concealed will rise to the surface. Let this warning serve as your preparation, since if you manage this shift well, you will not just be lifted. You will be glorified. You'll be set apart in ways that even your adversaries will have to observe. However, if you reject this warning, you risk missing the very change for which you have longed. This is not a scare technique. This is heavenly kindness. God issues warnings before judgment. He provides warnings before storms. He speaks before the quiet. This message is not intended to instill fear. It is here to fortify you with foresight since you have been selected. The selected ones are constantly briefed. Before the combat starts, begin paying attention to trends. What continues happening? What keeps you drained? Who keeps steering you off track with charm, drama, or empty promises? The cosmos is presenting what cannot continue with you if something breaks. If someone continues to deceive, if the doors keep closing, they are not failures. These are warnings. Warnings. This chapter needs a greater degree of purity, attention, and surrender. Some individuals are going to leave your life. Suddenly let them go. It provides protection. Some plans are going to fall through. Trust it. It is preservation. Certain facts are going to be disclosed. Do not deny them exposure. You're being polished, trimmed, and steered. Because what is ahead is too significant to be jeopardized by emotional attachments or spiritual sloth. You are being summoned into a realm that requires complete obedience and clarity. The chosen one. This is your opportunity to become spiritually militant, to become a master of your own fate. You cannot afford to be casual about your calling. You are too close to success to continue toying with fire. You're too near to a breakthrough to continue enjoying turmoil. And you're too profoundly anointed to continue pretending as if you don't know better. This warning is holy. It is an act of love, a heavenly alarm clock instructing you to get up, rise, and concentrate. It is now. You're being watched. The chosen one. Not only those who support you, but also those who secretly despise your light. They've observed your progress. They have observed your alignment. Your gentle movements have generated significant waves in the spiritual world. As a result, some forces respond. This warning is divine confirmation that your presence has disrupted what was once peaceful darkness. When you have divine power, your mere presence disrupts the enemy's plans. You are now under spiritual surveillance, not to induce fear, but to heighten your consciousness. You're passing through a delicate spiritual doorway where discernment is more potent than effort. You will not win this war by loudness. You will prevail via quiet, with quiet and wisdom. This stage needs less talking and more observing. The trap is laid gradually, silently, or with items that seem benign. But heaven sees everything, and heaven is stepping in. The adversary cannot touch you until you inadvertently consent. That is why deceit is now the favored strategy. Your warning is not coming from a place of weakness. It is arriving due to potential. You are closer than ever to achieving heavenly bliss. And this proximity is what draws both elevation and resistance. The closer you go to the throne, the more intense spiritual combat becomes. But here's your shield: awareness, knowledge, and harmony with them. No power can beat you. The chosen one. Have you noticed any stillness in your life recently? Fewer calls mean less communication. People you formerly trusted are becoming distant or unreliable. That is not random. That is heavenly distancing. You prayed for clarification, and now God is revealing it to us via revelation rather than explanation. Observe what fades. Keep a close eye on what falls. Keep an eye out for those who vanish without a word. This is all part of the warning. Every leaving creates room for a miraculous entry. This is the season of subtle shifts. The warning did not come in the form of aerial fire. It manifested as silence, misalignments, delayed plans, and weird energies. Why? Your spirit is developing. Your intuition is becoming sharper. You are being taught to discern danger not just by what is visible, but also by what is abnormal, not by loudness, but by vibration. And you're being urged to trust that instinct more than ever. You will sense things before they happen. That uneasy feeling before a meeting. That inner prompting to turn down an offer. That sudden fatigue around a certain individual. These are not coincidences. These are heavenly notifications. Honor them. You've entered a realm in which your spirit is more reliable than intellect. The heavenly warning is apparent. If it costs your peace, it is too pricey for the current season. Make no apologies for drawing back. Do not explain why you are suddenly unavailable. A soldier gets a briefing before to combat. They do not owe the world an explanation. They owe heaven their obedience. And the one you choose is acting on directions from above. No, this isn't about seeming powerful. It's about remaining protected. Some opponents do not openly attack you. They are observing, mimicking, and copying you, looking for an opportunity to get entry. Do not give it to them. The celestial world is narrowing your circle. You may feel secluded, yet it is really a kind of protection. You may feel misunderstood, but this is only a redirection. Those who do not comprehend your quiet profit from your preoccupation. Allow them to misinterpret you. You're not here to explain yourself. You are here to preserve the divine plan for your life. Something enormous is about to appear. A great reveal and celestial release. But here's a caution. If your surroundings is not ready, the blessing will be delayed. You are not longing for heaven. Heaven is waiting for your discernment. It is now up to you to defend yourself. Your ascension is the responsibility of heaven. However, you are responsible for your own compliance. Proceed with caution. Speak less. Pray more. This is a holy place, and not everyone can join you. Some persons were only around for a little time. Some prospects included exposure rather than growth. Let it go. You aren't losing. You are being guided. You are not being blocked. You are being blessed, but only if you obey. Only if you heed the warning. The opponent does not have to destroy you. He just needs to distract you. If he can't halt the blessing, he'll attempt to manipulate you into self-sabotage. Don't give him the opportunity. The chosen one. Heaven is watching your steps while hell is challenging them. But a heavenly warning has been delivered, and that is to your benefit. You aren't wandering in the dark. You are not clueless. You have been briefed. That is a gift that most people never obtain. But now it is your obligation. Will you take it seriously, or will you fall back into diversion and delay? This is the line in the spiritual sand. The warning isn't only about what's coming. It's about how you handle yourself while waiting. It is important to maintain a proper posture. It is important to maintain your attention. Your affiliations are important. Maintain vigilance. Maintain spiritual sobriety. Because the next door that opens may lead to everything you've been hoping for or everything you've been shielded from. The difference is discernment. And now you have a hidden weapon. What you accept right now determines what is permissible for you. If you tolerate falsehood, you postpone destiny. Allowing distractions causes the procedure to take longer. But if you stay focused, pure, and prayerful, the heavenly flow will resume. And this time, it will not be postponed. This time, the benefits will arrive in force. But you have to pass this exam. You must heed the warnings. There is no tolerance for outdated behaviors. This is the time when you leave behind every thought, pain, and insecurity that has kept you going in circles. The adversary does not desire your goods. He wants your attention because focus equals energy. Your power flows wherever your focus is directed. Reclaim your attention. Reclaim your power and destiny, and do so now. The warning has been spoken. Will you answer with wisdom or weariness? Will you move away from whatever is depleting you? Will you continue to convince yourself to remain because of history? The past isn't your jail. Let it go. The future is not far. It is already forming. However, only the obedient will completely embrace it. Only the concentrated will taste the grandeur that has been saved for this time. You are being guided away from peril and toward the harvest. Do not mistake the two. What seems safe is frequently the most dangerous. What seems strange may be the safest option. Be willing to let up of comfort and accept calling. Heaven may not always take you along the easiest path, but it always leads you in the right one. There is a storm that was supposed to strike you, but it will pass. Not because it isn't there, but because divine rerouting has already started. This is what the warning was really about. It was not only to notify you, it was intended to elicit a stronger reaction in you. Your faith, attentiveness, and placement. The storm may continue roar around you, but it will not affect you in the same manner it was meant. That is the distinction between those selected and those exposed. This heavenly warning is not only a red light. It's a compass whispering, turn here, not present. A spiritual push stating, wait one more day. A holy Paul says, let go of them now. This is divine choreography, and your life is now being placed strategically for divine time. But if you haste, if you choose to ignore, if you oppose what is meant to be, your safety will become a battle. Someone in your life is now attempting to postpone you. They may not even realize they were allocated for that reason. It might be someone who seems kind, encouraging, or even loyal. However, their spirit does not connect with your next level. The divine realm wants you to dig deeper. Not your eyes, but your soul. Do their words inspire, but their energy confuses? Do their deeds indicate yes, but their soul screams no? Do you feel fatigued after being with them, even if nothing was spoken? That's your warning. It's simple to hunt for the devil in the shadows, but the most perilous jobs are disguised in comfort, familiarity, and habit. The adversary does not always roar. Sometimes he smiles. Sometimes he is encouraging. Sometimes he agrees merely to keep up with your momentum. But if you're vigilant, you'll see the misalignment. Your spirit will not lie to you. Your tranquility will not fail you. When everything seems to be in order, believe what your soul is saying. This message will become a filter in the coming days. You will begin to observe things falling into place or falling apart. Pay attention. That is your solution. What remains effortlessly is designed to last. Whatever falls, breaks, exposes, or confuses is intended to be freed. You will not have to battle. You will not have to dispute. The divine warning coincides with divine action, and everything will change on its own. You're going to be exposed to something concealed or ignored. This is part of your spiritual briefing. What you believed was stable may have flaws. What you thought was honest may have been trickery. What you thought was help might instead be spying. Don't be terrified of the disclosures. They're not here to break you. They are coming to awaken you. They're not here to punish. They're here to protect. A heavenly shield is being built around you. However, you must agree to remain under it. You cannot anticipate heavenly results if you leave your spiritual protection. That is why your conduct, attentiveness, and obedience are important. Now, more than ever, this is a moment for divine education. Some meetings require that you refrain from saying certain things or responding to certain persons. You must cancel, and some invites must be ignored. You're not being antisocial. You are being protected. You're no longer functioning at the surface level. You are now being activated in the supernatural. This signifies that your motions are no longer normal. They're strategic. Even your quietness has a purpose. Even your stillness is spiritual. You are no longer just strolling through life. You are being steered like a vessel across destiny's map. This warning was issued because the terrain ahead is steep, but so is your spirit. You're ready for the chosen one. Your energy has changed. Your consciousness has grown. Your judgment has improved. Because of this, your light blinds others who dwell in uncertainty. Prepare for pushback. Expect quiet. Expect unexpected pushback from folks you never imagined. But let me tell you that it is working. The divine alert activates divine clarity, and whatever cannot accompany you into this new realm will fall back or lash out. Either way, it will depart. Don't take this personally. Spiritual combat is never personal. It is positional. It doesn't matter who you are. It is all about what you carry. And right now, you have a heavenly mission. You have been selected to disrupt generational patterns, break cycles, generate riches, and walk in supernatural clarity. Because of that, anything that depicts uncertainty, bondage, or darkness will struggle to keep you close.